Hi there, everybody. Editing Susan here. I don't know what happened to the outro to this video. I filmed it, and I can't seem to find it. But I wanted to come on and let you know that everything that I applied that day wore beautifully. The eyeshadow stayed gorgeous all day. The complexion products looked beautiful still at 9:15 that evening. The only two products that didn't last were the highly rated mascara, but I think that the tube that I bought at this particular CVS was probably on the shelf a long time. So I think it was just an old one because it was crumbling as I put it on my lashes. And so I think there was really something wrong with the tube itself. I don't think it was actually the formula that was the problem. And the other thing was the tinted lip balm. I loved the tinted lip balm. It smelled beautiful. It made my lips feel highly moisturized. But of course, it's a tinted lip balm, so it's not going to last. So when I ate or drank, it sort of all came off. But that was to be expected. So the only product that it was kind of a meh product was the mascara. And I'm considering throwing that one away and buying a fresh tube to see if there's any difference. So we'll see. But anyway, that's the end of my video. Again, I'm so sorry I cannot find the outro. Please subscribe. Hit the like button so you can let me know if you hit the like button so that that tells me whether or not you like the video, and that helps my channel out. And also hit that notification bell so you're advised of all my future uploads. I do upload Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, so please follow me on those days. So please check my channel out on those days for new videos, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Susan. Thank you so much for joining me today, and for those of you that are new, welcome. Today's video is going to be a full face of Milani Cosmetics. So the majority of what I had in my collection. And then I just picked up a couple of things that I didn't have that I wanted to try to include in this video. The first thing I'm going to do is I need to put my hair back and get it off my face. Okay. To start, I'm using the Milani Precision Brow Pencil in the shade 130 Soft Brown. It's got a nice little spoolie on the end, right there. And then it has a nice little fine point. Not quite as fine as a Benefit Precisely My Brow, but very close. So I'm going to fill my brows in with this, and we'll move on from there. This is what the package looks like. Right here, it's the Precision Eyebrow Pencil in soft brown. Retractable brow pencil with our most precise point. Easily draw hair-like strokes to define and detail brows. Yada, yada, yada. Let's try this out. Okay. So I'm going to brush my brows up. Like so. And I'm going to start filling in the brows. I have my big mirror here, if you see that out of the corner there. And I'm going to be sort of looking in there and looking in this hand mirror as well. So I'm just going to fill in It's not as soft as the Precisely My Brow, but it's not a hard pencil really. So what I like to do is just outline my brows and then fill them in. And then at the front of the brow here, I just kind of make some little upward strokes. And then I'm going to fill in the brows. Brush it up and blend it out. There we go. Nice. Not bad at all. I like that. Moving on to this brow. I don't like brow pencils that are super stiff, and I don't like them that are super creamy. This seems to fall somewhere in between. Just fill those in. Again, just a few upward brush strokes at the beginning. Okay, I'm just going to take a Q-tip here, the flat side, and just kind of tidy up under there. There. So there you go. There's the brows done. Not bad at all. I will continue to use that. Okay. Oops. Let's put that away. All right, moving on to the lids. I've got the Milani eyeshadow primer. I have had this in my collection for a very long time. This particular brand for shadow primer. Used it, and then I've tried other ones and haven't really gone back to it, so I purchased this fresh one for today's video. So I'm just going to put a little bit on my finger. And I'm going to blend it out on the lid. If you see me looking over here, I'm looking at my mirror. And then I'm just taking this brush. This is a Visanti concealer buffer. And I'm just going over that, making sure it's all blended in on the lid. Now I'm going to set it and move on with the shadow. So I have 3 of the Milani Most Wanted. These have been in my collection. This one I think is the one I might use today. This one is Rosy Revenge. So let's take a look at that one. There you go. There's Rosy Revenge. I think that's the one I might use today. Then I have Jewel Heist. This is Jewel Heist. Some vibrant shades there that are gorgeous. And lastly, this is Outlaw Olive. And this has some really pretty olive greens and browns. So for today's video, to set the lids, so I'm going to use a Smashbox. This is the Precise highlighting brush, but it's perfect for setting my lid. So I think what I'm going to do is, out of the Jewel Heist, I'm going to use this shade right here on the end to set my lids. And I'm just dusting it all over the lid. There. Lids are set. Now, I'm gonna use the Rosy Revenge palette today. Again, that's what that looks like. I'll do some swatches for you. These are, wow, these are really buttery. Keep in mind the swatches are not perfect. So there you go. There are all the swatches. Not bad. Not bad at all. Again, keep in mind that the finger swatch is not a true test to the pigmentation, the wear time, the blendability. You really have to put it on the eyes and work with it on the eyes. Okay, let's get to applying some shadow on the eyes. I want a nice fluffy brush. And I'm going to go in with this shade right here. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous pink. Are the names in the back? No, they're not. It's a mid-tone pink. So it's very, the powders are very, very lightly packed in there. So there's going to be some kick up. And I'm just going to apply this in the crease as my transition shade. It's so pretty. And I even dust a little on the lids. So pretty. Isn't that pretty? Really pretty. Okay, now I'm going to go in with another brush that's a little bit denser. By the way, the brushes I'm using are the Doll 10 and Makeup Molly collab brushes. Then I'm going to go into this shade right there, a little deeper, and I'm going to put that in the crease just to darken the crease. And I'm actually going to start right in the natural crease rather than creating the crease for the hood. I'm going to start there, and once I get the color packed on there, then I'm going to start to bring that up a little bit. That's so pretty. Okay. Taking the brush that had the transition shade, just buffing that out so everything is all blended. Gonna do the other eye. Again, going in with that transition brush. Blending that out. So pretty. Really pretty. Look at that. So pretty. All right. And then I'm going to go in with this shade right here on the lid. And I'm going to use my finger. It's just this pretty gold with like a hint of peach in it. There you go. So pretty. Don't worry about the fallout under there. I have not done my complexion yet. So I'm going into a Morphe little mini tapered blending brush. And I'm going to take just a touch of this little dark shade here. I'm literally picking up such a small amount. And I'm just darkening up my outer V. And I'm not going all the way up because I don't want it to go beyond this point, because I want to go back in with that transition shade and buff that out. So I'm just bringing that dark shade down, blending it into that shimmer. Like so. Going into the brush that had the transition shade and just blending right along the top there. I just picked up a tiny bit of that transition shade. So there you go. Okay. Again, concentrating that here, bringing it down. Okay. Again, taking that brush, picking up just a touch of that transition shade, and then blending that right out. Okay, there we go. So pretty. Okay, now for under the eyes, I'm taking a little liner brush, just a fine liner brush. This is from that same Morphe set, it's just this angled liner brush. And I'm gonna pick up this shade right here and dust some of this under the eyes. Starting here. Then I'm going to go into that darker shade on the end, pick up some of that, and just darken that outer corner. Okay? And then I'm going to just add a touch more. Okay, just like that. Going in again with that lighter shade and dusting that under the eye. Then going in with that darkest shade on the end and darkening up that outer third. There we go. All right, so nice palette. Beautiful pigmentation, as you can see on the eyes. Nice pigmentation, like that. Okay, now we're going to move on to mascara on the top lid. And for mascara, I'm using the Highly Rated. This is what it looks like. This is the packaging. And it's supposed to 94% saw doubled lash thickness, 91% saw dramatic volume, and 91% saw instant curl and lift. So we shall see what we shall see. It's the 10-in-1 volume mascara. So I do want to curl my lashes. Now, as you probably remember from other videos of mine, I have very strange lashes. The lashes on this eye curve beautifully and they're a little longer. These lashes are a little shorter and they kind of come straight out with a tiny curve at the end. So I'm only going to curl these lashes to get them as curled as these. You know, I give them a darn good amount of pumps because I really want that lift to be there. Okay, let's see what this mascara looks like. Okay, not bad. It's a bit of a tapered wand. Looks like natural bristles. The formula looks a little on the dry side, but as I'm growing to get accustomed with drier mascaras, we'll see. I'm going to give it a fair shake and see how it works. Okay. Yeah, it's really very dry. Get a little closer here. The one thing I don't mind about a drier formula is there's no transfer of mascara onto the lid as there is with a wetter formula. If you follow my Mascara Mayhem Monday series, I talk about mascaras, 2 different mascaras every week. And I talk about how the formula and how it transfers or doesn't transfer. The mess on my lids I consider mayhem because it really screws up the shadow. All right, so basically there's one coat and it's really non-existent. So let me put a second coat on, and I think I might even put a third on. This is definitely a very dry formula. I don't know if this was sitting on the shelf or not, but this is a very dry formula to the point where it's almost crumbling. Let's see how we do on this eye. Okay, I don't know if it's me or what, but this eye, it's definitely transferring onto the lid. And I've got a little down here. And granted, I can clean all of that up. That's not a major issue. But for whatever reason, it's just this left eye. And it's just all over the place. Now, why it didn't do that on the other eye, I have not got the foggiest idea. I'm going to go back in with a second coat on those left lashes so that they both have 2 coats. So we'll see if it holds the curl. So there's 2 coats on each lash. So I'm going to clean up this eye and over here, and I'll be right back. Okay, everybody, I'm back. I've got everything cleaned up. So there you go. There's 2 coats on the upper lashes. You know, it's okay. It's all right. I'm very particular about my mascara, but we're going to give it a wear test and we'll see how the curl lasts. Okay, let's move on to complexion. So I have here the Milani Prime Light Face Primer. It's a strobing has a strobing effect. I thought I'd give this one a try. I did not have this in my collection. I did purchase this for today's video. So let's take a look and see what we got. Oh, it's sort of a liquidy kind of. Okay. Oh, there is a bit of a nice sheen. This reminds me of the MAC Strobe Cream. You know. Okay. Reminds me a little of the MAC Strobe Cream. Not bad. Okay. And then for foundation, I have the Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation. This is in 008 porcelain. This was in my collection. I did not have to purchase this one. And I'm gonna put 2 pumps on the back of my hand. I've got my mirror here I'm going to be looking into. The one thing I like about this foundation is it is pretty full coverage. And at first it might look a little light, but as you can see, it matches my neck. Okay, I'm going to take just a little more on the back of my hand and just put it over some areas that I want to conceal a little bit more. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is take my sponge and just make sure there's no brush strokes. Alrighty, that's that. And now for concealer, I have the Conceal and Perfect Long Wear Concealer. Mine's in the shade 105 Ivory Rose. And I'm just going to put a little like that. I'm going to take my Complex Culture pointed concealer brush and blend that in. Then go in with my sponge. Like so. To set, I have the Milani Translucent Light Powder. It's a loose powder. And I'm just going to put some in there. I'm going to take this brush. This is actually an AOA Studios brush, but it's perfect for setting under the eyes. And I'm just going to set the concealer under the eyes. And then I usually do my T-zone. I'm not at all oily or combo in my T-zone, but these are the areas where I have some issues. So I like to set that. Okay. Let's move on to some bronzer. And this I've had in my collection. This is one of my favorite bronzers. This is their Silky Matte Bronzer in the shade 01 Sunlight. And I'm going to grab my nice big bronzing brush. And I'm going to really get that in this area here, and then bring it up a little bit. And then whatever's left on the brush, go on the forehead, across the nose, and then under the jawline. There you go, bronzer is on, love that bronzer. And then for blush, I have the Milani Flowers of Love Powder Brush Trio. This is what they look like. So pretty. I'm going to use that middle shade. This is an Estee Lauder blush brush. It's one I got free in a kit, but one of the things I love about it, not only is it soft, but it's not terribly dense. It's sort of loose, and that's what I like about a blush. So I'm going to dip into that center shade, as I said. And then, because I've concealed something here, I'm just taking that blush and just patting it in, because I don't want to disturb anything that I've done. And then, because I'm not seeing a whole lot on that, I mean, it's a very natural blush, which on days when I'm doing a no makeup look, this is like my favorite blush. Let's go into the darker one, because I do want to see just a little bit of pink there. There we go. So I'm going to pick up just a little of that darker one. Really pretty. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Look at that. So pretty. And then for highlight, I have this from Milani. This is the Supercharged Highlighter Duo. Supposedly it's a cream and a powder. This one here definitely is a powder, but they both feel like powders. So in any case, I am going to use this side here, this highlighter right here. This pink one is gorgeous too, but where I have some pink going on here, I'm going to use the highlighter on the left. Wow, look at that. So pretty. And then I just take it and I blend it into the blush, just like that. Whatever is left on the brush, I put it on the bridge of my nose and across the top of my lip. Okay, face is done. So the face is done, and now I want to put some mascara on the lower lashes. I'm just using my Clinique Lower Lash Mascara. It's the only one I use on the lower lashes. So I will put this on. I'll be right back. Okay, I've got my lower lash mascara on now. Don't need the headband anymore. Okay. Now for lip product. All right, so for lip products, I have the Milani Fruit Fetish Strawberry Lemonade Lip Balm. So I'm going to apply that. some of that out. Oh, it's pretty. It's just a nice, it's a really nice and light balm that's tinted. Oh, it smells like strawberry lemonade, and it tastes like strawberry. Alrighty. Okay, so there's the lip product. Now I want to dust some powder. I'm going to pick up some more of that powder from Milani and just kind of dust it on the perimeter of the face. And finally, last step, I have setting spray. So I have the Milani Fruit Finish Make It Last setting spray in Kiwi Watermelon. Ooh, it feels nice. Oops, a little strong. It feels nice though. Okay, just take my sponge. Make sure there's no dots. There we go. So that is the finished look. There you go. Eyes. Face, lips. That is my full face of Milani Cosmetics. So, final thoughts. I have to say that the only product I think I'm not hugely crazy about is the mascara, the highly rated. I've used the eye primer for years, so I know I love that. This is new to me. The Prime Light is new to me. I did order a couple more products of Milani that I want to give a try to as well, but won't be included in this video. I'll update you on those. This is the Prime Light. I'm going to keep trying this. Of course, the foundation and concealer, love those. The powder, I've never tried before. I picked it up just for this video, and I have to say, it's nice. You know, I look pretty flat here under the eyes. It's not quite as finely milled as like my number 7 powder, but it's a nice powder. I don't see crepiness under the eye. So I'm going to do a wear test, and I will come back in a few hours and let you know how everything wore, if there was any transfer on the mascara down to my lower lid area, and how everything lasted on my skin. And I will see you there, everybody. Editing Susan here. I don't know what happened to the outro to this video. I filmed it, and I can't seem to find it. But I wanted to come on and let you know that everything that I applied that day wore beautifully. The eyeshadow stayed gorgeous all day. The complexion products looked beautiful still at 9:15 that evening. The only 2 products that didn't last were the highly rated mascara, but I think that the tube that I bought at this particular CVS was probably on the shelf a long time. So I think it was just an old one because it was crumbling as I put it on my lashes. And so I think there was really something wrong with the tube itself. I don't think it was actually the formula that was the problem. And the other thing was the tinted lip balm. I loved the tinted lip balm. It smelled beautiful. It made my lips feel highly moisturized. But of course it's a tinted lip balm, so it's not going to last. So when I ate or drank, it sort of all came off. But that was to be expected. So the only product that it was kind of a meh product was the mascara. And I'm considering throwing that one away and buying a fresh tube to see if there's any difference. So we'll see. But anyway, that's the end of my video. Again, I'm so sorry I cannot find the outro. Please subscribe. hit the like button so that that tells me whether or not you like the video, and that helps my channel out. And also hit that notification bell so you're advised of all my future uploads. I do upload Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, so please check my channel out on those days for new videos. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.